Hi there, welcome back to the channel Learn English with Namrita. First of all, a very happy Independence Day to all my fellow citizens. Thousands laid down their lives so that our country is breathing this day. Never forget their sacrifice. Now let's come to our topic for today, which is will or shall, what to use. It's a challenge to use will or shall correctly in English. Most of us always use will for all types of sentences in the future tense without looking at the pronoun in the sentence. But then, where do we use shall? And what is the difference between the both? This is what I am going to talk about today in this video. I will be giving you 6 rules. So stay tuned. Let's start. Rule number 1. Shall is used with first person I and we, and all the other persons take will. But what about interrogative sentences? We must always be careful when making questions using I and we in the future tense. Never ask question starting with will. For example, will I go? This is wrong. Shall I go? This is correct. So always form questions using shall with I and we in the first person. Now rule number 2. This is very important. First look at this sentence. I shall go to the market tomorrow. It's a plain sentence, right? It doesn't have any strong emotion attached to it. Now what do I mean by strong emotion? For that, look at this sentence. I will meet you tomorrow at 7. That means it denotes a strong emotion. It's a promise. It's a confirmation that I will meet you at 7. That is why I used will with I. So when there are strong emotions, we use will with I and we. And for the other person, like second and third persons, we use shall in the same manner as we used with I and we. Alright, this happens in the sentences where we have to denote a strong emotion. For example, there is a command, promise, compulsion, threat, determination or advice. Now let us look at examples. First, when there is a command, for example, you shall leave the room at once. Now this is an order or command. It's a strong emotion. That is why I used shall with you. Another situation, when there is a promise, you shall be awarded, or I will help you come what may. Now with these sentences, there is a strong emotion, it's a promise. That is why we used will and shall in a reverse order. When there is a threat, for example, trespassers dash be prosecuted. Now can you tell me what will we use here, will or shall? Yes. Now there is also a strong emotion involved, it's a threat, like I will punish you. So in this sentence we will use shall. Trespassers shall be prosecuted. When there is a strong determination, for example, I will work hard and achieve good scores. So here also we will use will with I. When there is a compulsion, you shall be here for the meeting. I will have to finish this work. So there is a compulsion, a strong emotion. I hope now rule number 2 is clear with you. Now let's go to rule number 3. Imperative sentences beginning with let us or let's have shall we in the question tag. For example, let us dance together. Will we? This is wrong. Let us dance together. Shall we? This is correct. Now next rule, rule number 4. When in the interrogative sentences we are suggesting something, we use shall with I and we. For example, shall we have a pizza party tonight? We will use shall here. Or shall we talk to the management? So like this, when we are suggesting something, and as I already told you in rule number 1, in interrogative sentences we use shall with I and we. So here we used shall. Rule number 5. We do not use shall or will in these type of sentences. First situation, if the sentence begins with the past. For example, he hoped that he will pass. Now this is wrong. We will not use will here. What will we use? He hoped that he would pass. So The sentences that begin with the past, we do not use will or shall there, we use would or should. Like here, he hoped that he would pass. If two actions take place in future tense, one after the other, and the first action depends on the second action, then the first action will be in the simple present tense and the second action will be in the simple future tense. Look at the examples first. If I will come, I will meet you. This is wrong. If I come, I will meet you. So here the first action is in the simple present tense and the second action is in the simple future tense. Alright? Those who will work hard will achieve good scores. Now this is wrong. Those who work hard will achieve good scores. Alright? I hope these rules are clear. Coming to the last one. Simple future tense is never used immediately after the following words, and these words are in case, until, unless, before, after, when, in case, if, etc. Instead, simple present tense will be used. Now coming to the last point, contraction. Will not will be used as won't, and the contraction of shall not is shan't, though it is very uncommon in modern English. Alright, I hope I am done with the topic today and you have also understood it well. Do like this video if you really like this video and share it with your friends if they are still mistaken with will and shall. Alright, Jai Hind, Jai Bharat.